and good morning, good evening, good afternoon, traders and students all around the world. This is FXPassion broadcasting you live on YouTube. Hello, boss. Hello, Yanis. How are you? Hello, MHB. Hello, Akos. Hello, Miguel. Hello, Annie. Hello, King of Swing. Everybody, what we're trying to do, we're trying to build the three pillars. Pillar number one is the strategy and or a system, which we're going to start today, because today's title is what is your strategy. Pillar number two is risk management. We're trying to understand how risk management works inside our strategy and or a system. And the big one, the psychology part. And what do beginner, champion, traders say? Always, I am not going to live and die on a trade by trade basis. You know? Hello, boss. MHB, if I was your boss, believe me, your life and my life would be much easier, you know. Hello, Christian. So everybody, don't live and die on a trade by trade basis, you know. Like, don't think that you are the king of the mountain because you have one or two winners, and don't feel bad if you have one or two losers, you know. Don't live and die on a trade by trade basis. Ciao Giuseppe, come stai? Oggi. Tutto bene. And on the left I have my own quote, you know. When the market, this is for beginner traders, you know. When the market scares you. Hola Zoelios, tudo bom? Como está o senhor hoje? When the market scares you, you know, when you have a loser and a loser and a loser again, you know, and then when it's time to enter, right, we are afraid. Oh man, I lost 3 times, 4 times, and now, when I should enter, I'm afraid, right? So don't be afraid to do the right thing. What are the right things? The right things are following the rules, the concepts, you know. And remember, everybody, because of psychology, not because of strategy and risk management, right? Oh yes, it's because of the strategy. No, it's not. No, it's really not. Because of psychology is the big part, you know. Because of psychology, 90% of traders lose money in the Forex market worldwide. It's just a matter of time. Somebody is going to lose in a month. Somebody else is going to lose inside a year. But nonetheless, the worldwide statistic through the brokers, it's still the same, you know. 90% of all traders, Forex traders, you know, all around the world, they lose money in the Forex market worldwide. And remember, the webinars are not trading or investment advice. And for homeworks or questions, you have my Gmail contact, my Skype contact, and my LinkedIn contact. Sir, I'm profitable on the live account from the beginning since 2 months. Congratulations, Akos. Very good. Just continue. Just continue. Okay, everybody. That being said, what is your strategy? Part 1. Let's jump. And as you can see, everybody, today we are going to close our positions, okay? As you can see, EuroCAD is in profit and AUDJPY is in profit. Okay, so we are going to close the positions because we are not going to trade anymore. We are past over the Forex trading week. Okay, so I'm going to close EuroCAD, close position, close, okay, because we are past over, close. Okay, so from $50,000 we ended with 52,000. All right. Remember, everybody, we didn't calculate the risk reward. We didn't do any calculations because we didn't want to waste the time. But what you should understand is that it's not that difficult. You know, it's not that difficult. Okay, but we entered 3 trades. This time, all of them were in profit. This time, it happened this time, you know. Oh, maybe next time we're going to have 3 trades in red, you know. Maybe we're going to lose 3 trades next time, okay. So don't live and die, okay, don't live and die on a trade by trade basis. Okay, let's go. Talking about, where is the free space, where is the free space? Okay, there you go. Talking about what is your strategy, part 1, right? Now, first quadrant, everybody. So every strategy must have an entry. Okay, so 24 and every strategy must have an entry. So entry, and let's move it like this, 24 entry, and clone every strategy. Then it must have trade management. Trade management, how are you going to manage your trade? You know, and the third one, which is more important than the entry, is the exit. Edit label. So is the exit or stop loss. Okay, those are the three. Nothing special, very basic stuff, right? So every strategy has an entry, trade management, and exit, stop loss. Now everybody print this into your mind. Okay, it's a concept and it's huge. It's a concept, or is a rule? What is the? It's a law. It's a law. It's not a concept, it's not a rule, it's an absolute law. Absolute law. The how can we phrase this? The profitable execution, okay, or the not profitable execution, but the productive or slash effective execution of your trading strategy, is highly related to your trading style. Okay, it's an absolute law. Hello Victor, hello everyone, please don't forget to put likes to the class if you like, please. Thank you. Oh, thank you Victor, we always appreciate a thumb up. Thank you Victor. And the boss says yes, put likes and subscribe so this project continues. Yes everybody, if you don't support this project, then tomorrow no webinar anymore, right? So everybody, print this into your mind. It's an absolute law. The productive, because you're producing pips and money, you know, you're producing trades. So the productive slash effective execution, you know, if you are not effective when it's time to execute your strategy, you know, it's not just the entry, everybody. You need to execute the entry. You need to execute the trade management when the time comes. And you need to execute the exit, which is the stop loss. So the productive, effective execution of your trading strategy is highly related to your trading style. And this is huge, you know. So everybody, what does this mean? Can anybody explain, like, oh Passion, what do you mean that productive, effective execution of my trading strategy is highly related to my trading style? Okay, so take a minute everybody and type in the chat, what do you think, what is this, what do we mean? MHB says it is almost everything. It's not almost, it is everything. In my opinion, you know. So I'm going to wait everybody, if you can maybe explain what do we mean by that. If you don't understand, you won't be able to explain. Or if you are unable to explain, then you don't understand it. And you don't want to hear this everybody, but this is the truth, you know. If you are just effective on the entry, but if you are not effective on the trade management, then you are not going anywhere as a trader. And if you are effective with an entry and you are effective with the trade management, but you are not effective with the exit, again, you are not going to grow your account or your trading business. It's simple as that. In order to produce consistent pips, consistent money, you need to execute your strategy every time in a consistent manner. And this means you need to execute an effective entry. You need to be effective, you know, or productive with your entry. You need to be effective and productive with your trade management. If you are not, the entry is not going to help you. And in the end, you need to be effective. You need to have an effective stop loss or exit. And if one of these pieces is missing, then you don't have an edge in the markets. You know, you don't have an edge, you don't have a strategy per se, you know. Come on, nobody? Nobody can explain what is the productive execution? What does this law mean? The productive execution of your trading strategy is highly related to your trading style. Teacher MHB, Teacher Victor. Victor, you are in the Forex course 202. Come on. Teacher Akos, Teacher King of Swing. Teacher Zuelius, Teacher Giuseppe. Christian, you too? You are in the Forex course 202. What does this law mean? Teacher Zuelius. Teacher Miguel. You must execute the three aspects as highly as possible, yes? But let's try to understand this absolute law, you know. And it doesn't matter Forex market, stock market, ETF market, crypto market. The productive, effective execution of your trading strategy is highly related to your trading style. And this is huge for you to understand, everybody. We have many reasons, right, why 90% of traders are still struggling, you know, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 5 years, but this is one of them. I don't have a written strategy. Everybody, you need to write down your strategy. If you don't have a written strategy, everybody, then how do you know that you have an edge? Right? Victor and Christian, if you don't have a written strategy, how can you possibly know that you have an edge in the markets? Right? What is an edge? An edge is statistically proven fact that your strategy over time is going to produce more winners than losers. This is an edge. So you are going to enter the market 10 times, and 6 are going to be winners, 4 are going to be losers. Or you are going to enter the market 20 times, and 13 or 14 or 15, whatever, are going to be winners, the other are going to be losers. This is an edge. Zuelius is saying, if you do not have a strategy that reflects your style, you will not make money. Yes, sir. I am watching the structure, the big picture, the smaller time frame, the trend or orange, and supports, resistance, some indicators. That's all. All of this is great, Akos, but it's not enough. I monitor my betting average and my share ratio. I'm telling you, my friend, this is not enough. That's showing my edge. No, this is not the edge. You can call you can call Victor or Christian, and ask them, what is an edge? This is not an edge, everybody, Okay, I'm going to help you a little bit more, right? And yes, you can reject what we are teaching you, no problem, King of Swing, does this law mean we need balance in accordance with the 3 criteria? Yes, sir. I print out all the rules of last year webinars and also strategy rules too. Congratulations, MHB. Okay. So let's go here and let's explain to you this. Giuseppe is saying, I believe that it means that we are able to apply our strategy and we are constantly profitable. Not if your strategy is not related to your trading style. I'm going to explain to you this, everybody. Let's talk about patience. It's just an example. Patience. Okay? Patience is totally different from one trader to another. I hope my Christian, is my English correct? Patience like this? As teacher said, it's not easy to create a strategy that has an edge. Correct. Christian, is my patience correct? Victor says, well, if you are a scalper person, sure you will have a scalper entry, but your trade management should be also in synergy with your personality. Exactly. Congratulations, Victor. This is one example. There is no rules for all market conditions. Yes, sir, but this doesn't mean that you cannot have a strategy. There is no holy grail. Yes, sir, but this doesn't mean that you cannot have a strategy. Everybody listen to me, please. If you think that you are going to go after the market, Akos and everybody else, remember, I know how you think, right? Because I've been there. If you think that you are going to go after the market and outsmart the market, I'm telling you, this game doesn't work. Okay? And we are going to talk about 6 months, everybody. If you don't have a written strategy, we can talk in 6 months. Patient, but what is the noun? Patience? Christian, patience as a noun. Okay, so Christian is going to help me with my English. So let's talk about patience, everybody. What is the difference? This is the absolute law. The productive execution of your trading strategy is highly related to your trading style. Patience is correct. Thank you, Miguel. So what does this mean? Everybody, if I'm trading on the daily chart, and if I need to wait for a week or two or maybe a month for the market to position itself, and if I don't have patience, or if I'm not a patient person, then I'm not going to be effective as a trader. And it says passion is correct. Thank you very much. Passion, can you repeat? Yes, sir. It's just an example, okay? So it's an absolute law that the productive effective execution, and we are talking about entry, we're talking about trade management and exit, all of this, the productive effective execution of your trading strategy is highly related to your trading style. Example, if you don't have patience, if you are not a patient person, and we are not judging, we are just different people with different personality traits. But still, if you are not patient enough and you think that you are going to trade from the, oh, I'm a swing trader and I'm going to trade the daily chart to position itself with, you know, if you don't have patience, if you are not patient enough, I'm telling you, everybody, you are not going to be an effective trader, because if you don't have patience, you are going to get crazy waiting for the market to position itself for 1 or 2 weeks before you can enter the trade. Am I right? I mean, am I talking nonsense, or does this make sense to you, everybody? Christian says patient is correct. Thank you, Christian. You need to understand this, everybody. And this is psychology. It's not the strategy, because you execute the strategy, everybody. It's not the trade management, because you need to execute the trade management. And it's not the stop loss, because you need to execute the stop loss, or you put the stop loss. And this is psychology, everyone. Has nothing to do with charts, nothing. Ako says yes, it makes sense, you know. So when we are building your strategy, everybody, this is what is your strategy, part 1. What you are going to think. You need to think about your personality traits, and there is no right or wrong, and we are all the same, you know. We are not saying, oh, he is better because he is patient. It's not about this. We are not judging anybody. This is why we have scalpers, we have intraday traders, day traders, swing traders, position traders. Different trading styles need different strategies in order to be effective. Do you understand this? Different trading styles need different strategies in order to be effective. So a person who is not patient, he's not going to go on a daily chart. But the person who is not patient, he or she is going to go to the 1 hour chart, right? 1 hour chart, or 30-minute chart, or 15-minute chart, you know, whatever. So what you really need to do, everybody, is to introspect yourself. How are you as a person, you know? What are your personality traits? Are you patient? If you are not patient, you know, I mean, all of us are patient, but we have different degrees, right? Somebody can wait for a month with no problem. Somebody is going to get crazy, you know. Oh man, this market is impossible. It's not positioned in the right way after 2 weeks. I mean, I want to trade. Well, then swing trading on the daily chart is not for you. Is not for you. Everybody, go on the 1 hour chart, 30-minute chart, 15-minute chart, you know, and maybe try to scalp, you know, try to intraday, try to day trade, whatever, you know. You need to back test yourself, everybody, you know. Like, what? Are you crazy? No, I'm not crazy. You need to back test yourself with your strategy. If you have a strategy, everybody, that has an edge, listen to me. If you have a strategy that has an edge and you have a difficult time, you know, it's difficult for you to execute, you know, then what's the challenge? You know, what's the question mark? Is it the strategy, the question mark, or is it us that are the question mark, that are the problem? Let's say problem is a bad word, you know. We should use the word challenge. Passion, can you repeat please? Yes sir. One more time. This is one of those webinars, everybody, that you should watch 5 times. Not 1 or 2, 5. In order for you to grasp the understanding. If you have a strategy that has an edge is a statistically proven fact that your strategy with time is going to produce more winners than losers. So if your strategy has an edge, but it's difficult for you to execute the strategy, it's difficult for you to effectively enter the market, it's difficult for you to effectively manage the trade, it's difficult for you to effectively manage the stop loss, then you need to back test yourself. You know, how can we back test ourselves? We can back test ourselves trying to trade with different trading strategies. You know, you find them on Google, everybody, you know. No, you can thousands upon thousands of strategies, you know. So just in conclusion about this absolute law, then we're going to move more technically to the entries, you know. Just in conclusion, go on Google and try to find a scalping strategy and scalp. And if it's difficult, you know that it's not your trading style. Then find a daily trading strategy or intraday and try to trade again. And if you see that it's easy, well, this means that your strategy is going to be intraday, day trading, and this is your trading style. You know, or you can find swing trading strategy on Google, you know, and again, you need to trade, and if it's difficult, you know, just address and accept that it's not your trading style, you know. And then finally you have the big position trade strategies, you know, and you have also the news trading strategies, you know, and you try to trade, you know. And if it's difficult, you just accept that news trading, it's not your trading style, you know, or the position trading is not your trading style. Anyway, you need to back test yourself with your strategy, because one last time, the productive, effective execution of your trading strategy is highly related to your trading style. Okay, any questions so far? Ako saying patience is paying off. I'm a swing trader. Christian says trading style and patience. Christian says first and most important, define yourself. Yes sir, important. No FOMO there, always to be next possibility. Akos, we are telling you, write down your strategy and write down your rules. I'm telling you, man. You try it. Everybody, you know, we always tell you, you know I love you, right? And we are friends and everything. We always tell you, you can accept or reject, right? But remember, if your way is not working, why don't you try ours? You know, a lot of you, everybody, try it again and again and again, right? Okay, try something different, you know, try to improve. Because talking about habits, everybody, you know, let's take me for example, you know, I'm going to talk about myself. I was trading back in time as Akos did, you know, and everybody it's like this, Akos, don't worry, you know, we are all the same, believe me, we are exactly the same, you know. And I was after the market and I was changing rules and changing strategies and changing entries, and month after month after month, you know, and I went nowhere, you know, and these months become years, everybody, you know, years, you know. And my mentors were my mentors, plural, my mentors were telling me, Passion, you need to write down your strategy. Oh, I don't need, you know, I'm intelligent. No, it doesn't work like this, you know. And I didn't listen. And months become years. Very quickly. Very quickly, you know. Very quickly. We are 20, and then we are 30, and then we are 40, and then we are 50. Very quickly, you know. Until one day, I don't remember who, somebody said, well, if your way is not working, why don't you try? You know, give it a shot, just try. You know, don't be stubborn, FXPassion, you know, and finally the day comes, you know, the day came. Miguel is saying, I think patience comes with knowledge. With more education, you learn to prepare better your trades, learn to have an edge. Guys, you need to understand what you are doing is not wrong, but there is a wrong way and the right way, you know. This is what is really about. Sir, I will be interesting where I will be in 6 months later. I'm telling you, Akos, I love you and you are my friend. If you don't put your strategy in written, you are not going anywhere. I'm telling you. And we are going to have the recording of this class and we are going to check who was right and who was wrong, you know. Christian says, I recommend that for everyone find his own strategy, not copy and paste. Yes, sir. Great point, Christian. So Christian also has a point, everybody. When you backtest yourself and when you identify your trading style, then you need to build your own trading strategy, right? Okay. So entries, you know, what are the entries? Well, good point. There is no right or wrong. What could be the entry? You know, entry rules. You know, number one could be counter trendline break. Number two would be candlestick formation. Number three would be past support or resistance / pivot point. You know, number four could be extension / retracement. What else did we learn so far? Extension, retracement. Oh, number five would be the trend lines. Okay, so, and one more rule, everybody. No, don't use all of them. Don't use all of them. You know, we are missing 6, 7, 8 most likely. I'm going to remember. You know, don't use all of them. You are going to encounter analysis paralysis, everybody. Ako says you can have more losing trades if your shape ratio high enough, you will be still profitable. Okay, Akos, do your experience, you know. I'm not going to argue with you. You know. We are going to talk in about 6 months. No problem, everybody. As I'm saying, you can reject what we are teaching you. You can accept. No problem. You know. But we are going to talk about 6 months, you know. Let me see. Market structure, high, low, trends, trend line support, candlestick formation. Oh, multiple time frames, right? So, let me see here. King of Swings, sir, is it safe to say that trading consists of 10% strategy and 90% psychology? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I all use these rules. Akos, I'm telling you, you don't understand, my friend. Call Victor or call Time to Shine, call Stoyan and ask them. I'm telling you, you don't understand. Okay? And I love you, remember this. Miguel, Fibonacci rules, enter only with a confirmed C. Great example. Great example, Miguel. Yes, sir. Trend lines 6, enter with confirmed C. Okay, everybody, help me out. What else can be an entry rule? Counter, trend line break, candlestick formation, pass support, resistance, pivot point, extension, retracement, trend lines. Enter with the confirmed C for the ones who are using the Fibonacci's. Remember, everybody, the cardinal rule of strategy: you are not allowed to judge your fellow trader because there is no right or wrong. Okay, somebody is going to use the Fibonacci, somebody isn't going to use the Fibonacci's. Trend lines, extension, retracement, path support, resistance, pivot points, candles. Okay, we're going to leave it as 6. Okay, now you need to choose and decide, everybody, what tools. Okay, one more, right? One more we didn't learn yet, but one more just for you to understand. One more. EMA cross 1 and 8 and 21. Okay, just to make it a little bit more interesting, you know. So you need to decide what tools, rules, and those are tools slash indicators that you are going to use. Okay, but remember, when you decide what tools or structure breakouts, thank you, Miguel, thank you, breakouts, excellent. 8 breakouts, thank you, Miguel. Not just structure, but in general, breakouts, breakout entry, breakouts. We can use some indicators, yes. So homework, everybody, until tomorrow, choose what indicators or tools. Okay, Giuseppe, crown, thank you. See, everybody, how many different entries we can have. Crown, we didn't crown, we didn't learn it yet, but crown, yes. Crown. Vincent, hi Vincent. I don't see Vincent. Victor, Akos, what is he trying to tell you? Professional traders in every hedge fund, banks and asset managers, they have a plan that follow. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Exactly. Exactly. But Akos knows this, Victor. Akos is not stupid, you know. We know this, right? But we are not doing it. But yes, you're right, Victor. This is the reason you should have a writing plan. Everybody, it's normal, you know, it's a process. Learning how to trade stochastic. Wow, yes, sir. Stochastic is an indicator. So then stochastic. Okay, so let's leave it like this. Thank you, everybody. So we have 10 tools and indicators. Okay, homework. You too, Akos, homework until tomorrow. Okay, if you don't want, do it for fun, everybody, you know. Oh, I don't want to have rules. Do it for fun, you know, just for fun. Choose what tools or indicators are you going to use, and it could be a mix of everything, you know. There is only one rule, everybody. There is only one rule. Rule. You cannot have an Christian, what is the it's called odd number or even number? What is 2, 4, 6? Those are odd, right? You cannot have an odd number. You cannot have an odd number, everybody. Why not? Why not? Why you cannot have an odd number? Why? So homework until tomorrow. Choose what tools or indicators you are going to use for your entry. Remember, you need to be clear what is your trading style, you know, and what tools or indicators or a mix of tools or indicators are you going to use. But you cannot have an odd number. So you cannot have 2 or 4 or 6 or 8 or 10 of them. And please don't use all of them, you know, because if you are going to use all of them, you are going to encounter what is called analysis paralysis. You know, it's never your entry, if you are going to wait for counter trendline break and candlestick formation, even, oh thank you, it's an even number. Even number. Even, oh thank you, Christian, because then it's not consistent. No, Akos, it's not about this. If you have, everybody, the reason you cannot have an even number is because if you have a count, let's take the first two, right? If you have a counter trendline break, thank you, Miguel. If you have a counter trendline break and the candlestick formation as an entry, if a candlestick formation forms, but if you don't have a counter trendline break, then what? Take a counter trendline break and candlestick formation, and those are two. And let's say that the bullish engulfing candle appears, but you don't have the counter trendline break. Then what? Are you going to enter the market? Or let's say that you take the first four, you know, you have an even number. Let's say that you have a counter trendline break and you have candlestick formation, but you don't have the past support resistance, and you don't quite know if you are at the end of extension, or maybe the end of the retracement is not happening, then what? Everybody, is it clear? Do you understand why you cannot have an even number of tools or indicate? You can mix all of them, but tomorrow you need to have 1 or 3 or 5, or for God's sakes, hope not 7 or 9. Effective, effective strategies have from now this is statistically, it's not a rule, but effective strategies have from 1 to 5 indicators and tools, but you're a beginner, we are beginners, so if you want you can have 7 or 9, but I'm telling you, your entry is never going to happen if you're going to wait for 9 points to show on the chart. Is anybody in here who does not understand this? Please type in the chat. Passion, I don't understand why I cannot have an even number of tools or indicators. Miguel Christian Akos, King of Swing, Victor, Giuseppe Aske, you are here also, right? And everybody else, is it clear? Any? Miguel, I'm sorry I cannot see all the names, everybody. Is it clear why we cannot have an even number? I have 4. Change it. Christian says, yes, because of the proportion 2 to 1 we can enter the market when you have 3 tools for entry. Exactly. Akos, or try to add 1 or try to take out 1. So try to have 3 or 5. Because when the market position itself, when you have 2 yes, 2 no, or 3 yes, 3 not, 4 yes, 4 not, or 5 yes, 5 not, analysis paralysis is because when you have too much, but if you have an even number, then you are not going to enter many times. You have, talking about, let's say like this, everybody, every tool, it's really common sense. Every tool gives you a probability, Every tool gives you a probability. So if you have two tools, so one gives you 50% and the other one gives you 50%, no? If you have 6, so 3 tools or indicators are going to give you the 50%, and the other 3 are going to give you a 50% probability, and so on and so on and so on. This is the problem when you have even numbers. You have 2 indicators or tools and one shows up and the other not, then what? Or you have 6 indicators or tools and 3 are going to be confirmed, are going to show up, and the other 3 are not. Where is your edge on this? If every indicator gives you a degree of probability and you are waiting for a year because every day one is showing up, the other not, the next day the other is showing up but the other is not again, where is your edge? Yes, 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 very clear. Yes, 3 or 5, otherwise never enter. Yes, sir. And you can ask Victor, everybody, right, Victor? We struggled in the beginning, right? Everybody, we are a community. Talk to each other. Talk to each other. Call somebody, ask him or her, you know. What is your experience? How are you doing? What about this? What about that? You know. It's common sense, right? It's not that difficult to understand this concept. Why you cannot have an even number, you know. And if you have an even number and you are entering the market, everybody, I'm going to call you in my office. You know, why are you entering the market with 50%? This is luck. It's the casino. It's not obeying your rules. Ako says, Victor, what is your strategy? Congratulations. Congratulations. What? Somebody says, oh, I have 6 and I'm in, when it's 3-3, I'm entering the market. Well, then number 1, you don't have an edge. Number 2, you are not obeying the rules. Why would you enter, for God's sakes, why would you enter with a 50% probability? Does this make sense to everybody? Okay, so try to not have an even number and then everything is going to be easier for you. Okay, it's going to get easy to make decisions, to enter the market. Okay, everybody, our time is up. See you back tomorrow. Remember, what is your next level? Yesterday we were talking about number 1. Today we are talking about number 2. Just quickly, if you want to start your own trading business and attract investors, just connect and we will talk about your needs and wishes and find the specific business model for your trading business. Okay? Remember the bottom line, if your way is not working, why don't you try ours?